Hello, welcome back to Call Clutter Fairy, where I help you get clutter free so that you can live stress free. Many times when I'm working with a new client, I will do something and they'll say, "Oh my gosh, that's genius." And I guess I realize sometimes I have learned tricks of the trade or I've seen little life hacks that I just use assuming everyone knows them, and maybe not everyone does. So today I'm going to share some of my favorite life hacks with you. I was working with a client yesterday and we were trying to get rid of things that were no longer necessary, purge her foods and her medications, and what we were finding is it was impossible to read the fine print to see what things were and if they were expired. So we didn't have a magnifying glass handy, so I whipped out my phone, I magnified or zoomed in, took a picture, and then zoomed in on the image to see if I could read it. And she said, "Oh my gosh, that's genius." And I thought, wow, maybe not everyone has thought of this before. And that's where I started putting together my ideas for you guys on things that I use pretty often to help make life a little bit easier. If you're using it in the kitchen, like you're watching a TV show or you're following a recipe, use command strips to keep it in place secure so that it's not on the counter at risk getting wet or getting food on it. Something else that's pretty amazing, did you know that if you put your phone on airplane mode, it will charge in half the time? Try it out. Before you go to the grocery store, take a picture of your pantry or refrigerator, and this will help you to know what items you're running low on. If you're short on counter space, go to your local hardware store and get a piece of wood that is slightly wider than your drawer, and you have instant cutting board. I used to use my dishwasher literally for everything. I am not kidding. When the kids had toys about once a month, or if they got a new toy from a thrift store, in the dishwasher it went. I put my silk flowers in there, I put my little knickknacks in there. Sometimes I would even put filters. So use your dishwasher as much as possible. Get a pant hanger and you can hang it from the hook and you will always know where your recipe is without it getting wet. You know, I don't cook often, but when I do, I prep ahead and I don't want to have to touch the kitchen for a while. So I have always flattened out my sauces, my meats into bags, freeze them on a cookie tray, and then once they're frozen, I can put them in a bin standing up so that it's not wasting all of my freezer space. While I was looking for images for this, I saw this pan being made smaller with aluminum foil, and I thought it was genius and thought I would share it. This is a trick I learned from an old Betty Crocker magazine, but keeping a wooden spoon on a boiling pot really will keep it from spoiling over, which means no messy cleanup later. So I know a lot of you get these clamshell containers and they're a nightmare to take your scissors and try and cut without scratching or cutting yourself. Use one of your can openers and you won't have any issues getting those clam containers open. Last kitchen hack, if you don't have a long stick match, use a stick of spaghetti noodle and you can light your burner or a candle. Moving on to tool tricks, I have done this many times. If I don't have a Xerox, I'll take my sheet of paper with a pencil and rub it across the back so that I see where the keyholes are and I can easily transfer directly onto the wall. This BuzzFeed clip was amazing. I can't wait to actually try this. Slide a fork over a nail and you can easily guide the picture over and then just remove the fork. What? That's genius. If you're looking for a Band-Aid, you're always having to go through the box and try and find the size. Separate them into little baggies and you can actually use one of the Band-Aids as a label so the next time you need a Band-Aid, you know exactly which size is in the box. I've done this for countless clients. Get inexpensive pool noodles and you can cut it to the same height as your boots and you'll never have them flopping over again. Use a staple remover to open a key ring when you're adding a key, but another thing to use with these key ring holders, if you have a pair of pants that's always sliding down, slip it through the zipper pull and you can loop it over the buttonhole and your zipper will never fall down again. This is the last tip that I have that I use pretty often, and again, I just thought it was a thing everybody knew, but The next time that you're at the dollar store, grab a pack of those inexpensive razors, and then when you have a shirt or a sweater that where the fabric is pilling, you can literally shave those little pills off and have your garment looking brand new again. I'd love to know in the comments below if any of these were new to you, or if you have one that you can share, please leave it in the comments below. Please also make sure to like this video, and if you haven't already, remember to subscribe and to hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!